Hello, welcome to LUISA Bakes and to a really special Nutella chocolate cake with an indulgent Nutella buttercream, a silky and smooth chocolate ganache drip, and Ferrero Rocher topping. So without further ado, let's get started. In a big mixing bowl, add 2 large eggs, which have to be at room temperature for best mixing. Add about 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. To sweeten it up and to get a nice texture, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of white sugar, add 1/2 cup of brown sugar, also add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, then mix it with a hand mixer until it's all nice and smooth. Then add 1 cup of buttermilk and mix it in. Now we got to add the dry ingredients. This is about 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of dark cocoa powder, then the leavening agents, 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda, and the same amount of baking powder. Mix it with a hand mixer on a low setting until it's just combined. Then add 1 cup of hot water or hot coffee to liquefy the batter a little bit. Then just mix it until it's really nice and smooth. To bake the cake, we're going to prepare 3 8-inch cake pans. So we're going to spray it with baking oil, and then we got to line it with parchment paper rounds. Press it in to make sure there is no air trapped underneath. Then divide the cake batter into the cake pans, and the cake is ready to go into the oven. Bake it at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 minutes. While the cake is baking, prepare the Nutella frosting. So we're going to add 1.5 cups of soft butter and about 1/2 cup of vegetable shortening into a big bowl. The shortening helps to make the frosting more stable at warmer temperatures and it's also giving it a really nice texture. Mix it with a hand mixer until it's really nice, whiter in color and kind of fluffy. Add the powdered sugar in small portions and mix it in on the lowest setting of the hand mixer until it's all smooth. Now it's time for the flavoring. So I have here 1.25 cups of Nutella, or you can use a little bit more if you want to, but I think that gives it a really nice flavor and texture. I'm using 1/2 cup of hazelnut nougat that I got in Germany, but instead you can use more Nutella. It will be slightly sweeter and softer. Then mix it all in. When it's nicely combined, add 2 tablespoons of milk, which helps to reduce the butter flavor and to give it a really nice smooth consistency. And that's it. This is my Nutella buttercream recipe. To decorate the cake, I leveled the cake layers and I'm gonna add a really nice layer of the Nutella frosting that we just made. Smooth it out. And I feel like it's really nice to add some more Nutella. So just fill a little bit of Nutella into a piping bag, cut off the tip, and then just sprinkle it all over. Add the second cake layer and press it down to remove any trapped air. Repeat the steps from the first cake layer. So first top it with some Nutella frosting and smooth it out. And then of course, add some more Nutella because you can never have enough Nutella. Top it with the last cake layer and then cover the whole cake in frosting. I like to use an offset spatula just to put a really nice layer of frosting all around the cake. Then I scrape it with a metal cake scrape to get it really nice and smooth. On the bottom I added some chopped hazelnuts, which really gives it a nice look and it covers up any beauty spots. When the cake is really cold, add a nice chocolate ganache drip. It has to be super smooth and liquid, so it drips nicely down the cake. Take your time making the drip. I love to use a drip bottle for that, but you can always use a spoon or even a piping bag, whatever fits best for you. And then because we're extra special with this cake, I'm gonna fill it up on the top with the rest of the chocolate ganache. I like to use an offset spatula and just smooth it all out. And then I like to make it a nice swirl just because I'm really bad at making it nice and smooth. I think that looks really pretty. When you're all done, let the ganache sit for a little bit and then pipe some more buttercream swirls on top of the cake. On my website, I give you some tips on how to get a nicer piping consistency buttercream, so make sure you check that out. And then top each swirl with some nice Ferrero Rocher chocolate balls. They just give it such a nice touch and flavor. If you want to, you can fill the cake with some chopped Ferrero Rocher. And that's it. This is my easy Nutella cake recipe. I really hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making and eating this cake. Let me know if you baked this cake and if you have any questions. Just leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And thank you so much for your support. Happy baking! Bye!